45 minutes. I'm going to be 25 getting up there. I will wait. All right, who are you? In Medford, where I missed my Seiad runs today because of this one.
We survived the drive. Shout out to Molly, the most radical driving trail angel on the Pacific Crest Trail. If you asked me how old she was, I'd say probably around 80. Performance driver, trained, ex-professional ice skater, also worked at the local prison somewhere near Etna. What a sharp lady. Man, she was flying us up the mountain. Rain, sleet, snow. I think she could do that drive with her eyes closed. Anyways, we were getting tossed around in the back. 5 people packed into a small little Subaru Crosstrek, backpacks and everything. It was snowing when we got to the trail. It's calmed down a little bit since. We've been hiking for about 20 minutes and loved Etna. Such a cool little town. Good to rest the body. Ankle's feeling okay. I iced it and elevated it a lot. Knee is currently feeling pretty good, but I've only just started hiking. I think I lost my knee strap. I might have left it at the hotel, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But figure something out. Repaired my trekking pole for the second time. I'm probably gonna purchase a new pair pretty soon. I've got no tips on my trekking poles. Those broke off ages ago. And the twist lock on one of the poles broke about 500 miles ago. So duct tape is held strong, but I think it's getting about that time to replace them. Fun fact, all my water bottles are the same bottles since I started at the Mexican border. I'm very attached to them. We'll try to keep them as long as possible. Anyways, this weather is so cool. Oh, it's really like misty in the distance. Great temperature. Love being in the forest when it's wet and drippy. All the smells come out. Rich earth. Take it in. Anyways, feeling really good after that quick little Nero. And we're going to Oregon, baby. 120 miles from Ashland. That'll be the first town in Oregon that we get to. And we should be getting in there in about 5 or 6 days. We'll be making a quick pit stop through Seiad Valley. I think we'll be there in 2 or 3 days. Trail goes straight through it. So excited to see what's going on there. And I'm gonna keep on walking. Just wanna wish everybody a happy summer. Enjoy it. Good morning. It's a frosty morning. Everything was either covered in frost or soaking wet this morning. But it is beautiful out. It's kind of clearing up as well. Should be mostly sunny today. I didn't film too much once we got to the campsite last night, and that was because it was snowing. I had to set up my tent in the snow, which is always a little bit challenging because you're just gonna get snow in your tent. So I've got to do that as fast as possible. And when that was done, my hands were too frozen to do anything. I just had to keep them in my pockets until I could get the feeling back into them. And it was still snowing. And then I didn't have enough water for the night to make dinner and just to drink in general, so we're camped about a quarter mile from a spring. So once my hands warmed up, I had to walk to the spring and get enough water for last night and this morning. And then I just climbed into my tent, put on warm, dry clothes, and that was where I remained for the rest of the evening. Cooked dinner from my tent, and after dinner I kind of just laid down and started falling asleep pretty early, around like 7. So I got a lot of sleep. It was below freezing last night, but I was plenty warm. The whole tent was covered in frost, and I couldn't even shake all of it off, so I've got my tent on my backpack right now. I'll have to dry that out later because it's going to be soaking wet. A little bit of condensation on my sleeping bag too. I'll have to dry that out as well. But anyways, I'm up and going this morning. I think everyone else is having a slow morning. The last thing you want to do is get out of your sleeping bag. But good temp for hiking, and it's gonna be cold the next few days, but I think like I said, it should be mostly sunny today, so we'll see. What a magical morning. This is way cool. There's deer everywhere. There's deer tracks all over the trail. I've seen like 5 deer this morning already. I've hiked 3 miles. And this frost and snow is just beautiful. I think that week in the Sierra really set a new bar for my comfort zone and what's normal and bearable, because when it was snowing yesterday, I was fine with it. I wasn't worried at all. I was comfortable. I knew what to do. And you know, it wasn't the most pleasant thing, but I was fine. And this morning is just magic. $4.50 in the afternoon. And I've done 17 miles so far. And we're planning on camping in just one more mile, so only 18 miles today. Kind of an easy day. I'm feeling good. No pain in the knee, which is great. So the muscle tension relief I've been doing seems to be working. So I'm definitely going to continue with that. You know, these past couple of weeks I really haven't had the time or space to proactively take care of myself, and I think that just caught up with me. So working on your muscles, stretching should be a consistent thing, not just something you do when you're injured. Anyways, the ankle is still bothering me, but not as bad. I think that is slowly improving as well. I'm just gonna keep soaking it in cold water and elevating it any chance I can, and that goes a long way. So I've just been enjoying this day. It's been a wonderful hike. Cooler temps make for great hiking. I've also just been thinking about how I have been feeling mentally these past few days, and I just have felt so calm. I couldn't tell if I was tired or just calm. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm just incredibly calm out here. And on top of that, I don't really have anything worrying, stressing. Nothing's causing anxiety right now. And I just feel so clean and clear, and I feel good. It's awesome. Everything's good at home. Everything's good out here. Life is good. Thoroughly enjoying this small section of Northern California, and just looking forward to closing it out over these next few days. It is just after 5 in the morning. Sun's coming up. I am 30 miles from Seiad Valley, and I might try and get there today. It's been a while since I've hiked a 30. May not be the best thing for my body, so I'm not forcing myself to go, but if it happens, it happens. And cheers to a beautiful day. Nine miles done, and it's 8:55. 9 by 9. It's 10:15. I have hiked 12 miles and I'm just stopped here for second breakfast. I got my shoes off, my tent and my sleeping bag are over in the sun drying. There's a lot of condensation this morning. And I'm about to have a cinnamon raisin bagel with some peanut butter. And I'll probably have some other snacks like a meat stick, chips, trail mix. Elevate my foot for a little bit and then pack up and keep going. I think I'm done with the snow now for the next for the next 18 miles. It's all just downhill, which could make or break me. Downhill is my weakness, but my knee's feeling pretty good, so we'll just see how that goes, but should be done with the snow. And this past stretch was not bad. A lot of people on trail were skipping this section. From Etna, they're trying to hitch a ride and just drive to Seiad Valley instead of hiking it. And I think there was just a lot of talk, a lot of rumors that this section was really snowy, really icy, sketchy, not safe. And I'd say it was very mild. Just a couple stretches of snow. I think today was the only time I had to wear my micro spikes, and that was just to be cautious. Also held my ice axe for a short stretch, but it was very mellow. I think the 90 to 100 miles leading into Etna was probably had more snow and was a little bit more technical. But anyways, I'm sure the reports from a couple weeks ago were wildly different just because the snow's been melting so fast. But had a great time out here, so I'm excited to get into Seiad Valley. I mean, we'll see if I make it today, but that is the last town of California. Super cool. Anyways, I'm gonna eat and keep on going. This trail's gnarly. The number of blowdown trees that you have to step over, climb over, walk around, it's just a constant out here. Kept hitting so many, I was like, okay, I'm gonna count and see how many there are in a mile. I didn't even make it half a mile and I stopped counting at 30. On top of that, it's really bushy and overgrown. The number of times I've tripped and kicked sticks and branches and twigs. Whew, it's hard out here. When you're trying to do big miles, and you have a lot of obstacles in your way. Trees, branches, overgrowth, you lose the trail, snow. It really slows you down. I gotta find the trail now. This is the most lost. Maybe not the most lost, but I'm in the thick of it right now. Just trying to find the trail. I think it's really close. I made it to trail. Originally I was down like maybe 100 feet. I was down there on those logs. That was awful. I don't even know how that happened. Oof, I was like down in the swamps. And then I had to climb up 3 different fallen trees, walking through thick brush. Probably got all kinds of poison ivy, poison oak. Who knows what I was walking through? Get me to Oregon. Look at this. I gotta get out of here. I've had lunch, I've settled down, and I've moved on. Caught up with U-Turn and Lab Rat, and we determined that today is just not a good day to try and hike 30 miles. So we've given up on that goal, and we're gonna hike. I've done 17 miles so far. I've got to cross this little creek right here. 17 miles so far, and we're gonna do another 7.5-ish, and that will get us really close to Seiad Valley, but we'll be staying at like a proper campground. There's car camping, and it's accessible by vehicle, so there'll be running water and toilets and all that stuff. So we're gonna camp there and get into Seiad Valley early in the morning, so we can score a wonderful cafe breakfast, and I might pick up some additional snack items and maybe some gear if they have a gear shop before we head out, and we'll continue hiking tomorrow as well. Just a quick stop through town. Anyways, I'm just gonna take it slow now the rest of the afternoon. Body feels okay, mainly just kind of mentally stressed out, but just another day on the PCT, riding that roller coaster. Anyways, I'm gonna keep walking. See ya. My new family. I'm taking them with me. This day has gone from rough to pretty wonderful. After lunch, probably about a mile once I left, crossed a bridge and I looked down. The whole trail family gang is just sitting down by the water, swimming, getting some sun. Oh, got to go swimming. I adopted a couple butterflies, or they're kind of more moth-like, but I adopted them for almost a quarter mile. They had jumped off because I had to climb over a fallen tree, and they got a little bit scared, but that was cool. And yeah, now I'm just walking along the creek. This will probably take us all the way to our campsite, which is on the same creek. I could just float down. All right, less than 1 mile from camp, and I'm so ready to retire this day. Oof, it's been tough. Just a physical and mental roller coaster. Definitely humbled by the trail today. You know, things have been going so smooth for quite some time. It's a good reminder that nature's wild, and you don't have to be in the Sierra to have a shitty time. So I'm glad it ended on a more positive note. Definitely still feeling some pains in my limbs, so it's another reminder just not to push myself. I really should just be going at the speed and pace that is most comfortable for me. So really looking forward to putting my feet up in just a little bit, and I'm just thinking about breakfast tomorrow. Road walking. 6 miles to breakfast. I'm on the highway 96 going into Seiad Valley, and this highway is known as the Bigfoot Scenic Byway. So I'm officially in Sasquatch country. I do plan on meeting one of these Sasquatch folk. I probably won't publish the interaction, but maybe at a later date. When it happens, I'll fill you in on the details, but it will be at a different time and place, so I don't reveal their hangout spots. Anyways, I'll keep you guys updated.